I want to talk about this right here with spam. I think this shit. Well, just to close out Mooch, if Mooch does want to talk, I mean, I didn't want him to talk to begin with because I just felt like, you know, there was no there was nothing for him. But I mean, if he wants to talk, I mean, there's not nothing really to talk about in my opinion. I mean, it looks like they made a decision, and that's that. But I want to speak about this right here. This spam trade is so interesting to me because spam got fucked. Like spam got drafted to Lakers. And when you're playing with crazy, you're not just playing with crazy, but you're playing with that, whatever demon he has for that season within him. So he kind of ran into that buzzsaw, and their team was really bad. They dropped Duck. I mean, I guess it's some sort of karma for cutting Duck, picking up Trey Dollars, and now Spam, Trey Dollars, and Duck are all out the door. So none of them lasted, and they're all gone. Now, it's just an interesting spot for Spam because it's like, I mean, I don't know. It's just interesting with Spam, Saint, and Crown. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how that's gonna go. It's either gonna be if he starts off slow or whatever, it might get ugly. Because I mean, Crown and Saint want to win now. You know, you're getting rid of this guy. No matter how much they didn't like him or whatever the case may be, this motherfucker was an animal. So I mean, now I will say though for the Hornets, for Saint, for Crown, I mean, in my opinion, there's no excuse now. I mean, you got Spam. You're gonna have a first round pick. You're gonna get that second round pick. You can fill out your team. You can go from there. You guys got full control. So it's gonna be tough. But if the Hornets don't start off to a good start, I could see some bullshit happening here again. Okay, so Antoine Love. I think the rap's gonna be good, man. I didn't think Gazuli had a great year last year. I thought he had he showed flashes in scrims.
He had flashes.
He had flashes in scrims, stuff like that. In some games he had flashes, but then it wasn't just the what's his team name? Zero Gaming, whatever the fuck they're called. That's what they're called.
Yeah.
It wasn't the retail Gazuli that I saw. He was pretty happy. I mean, they traded down for him, but him and Antoine Love, that relieved a lot of pressure off him. I mean, especially with the way Antoine Love can move. I mean, I think that he'll have a couple more open threes, get on the break a little bit more, put more pressure on the offense. He don't have to really, maybe him and Mooches didn't get along. I didn't.
Yeah, I got something on this, and Antoine, I see you're in the chat, and you know you're my guy, Antoine. So if you don't want to say anything, also same like with Mooch, you don't gotta say shit. But I know like 2 streams ago you had it all. I believe you had Crown on, right? Or was he in the chat? It was one or the other. He was either in the Discord with you or said something, and he said like he was gonna come out and like talk about kind of what happened with the Hornets.
Oh yeah.
Is there anything, Antoine, that you want to get off on your side? Because as much as like we don't like, that's why I want to hear from Roy, because like we only have kind of heard Mooch's side a little bit, and so I don't know what's going on with that other side.
Yeah, Antoine, if you want to come on and then talk a little bit, because I would love to hear what the fuck happened and why you asked out or whatever. What's good, Glow? What's good?
I don't even know any of the story. Like even what Crown was saying, like he's gonna come on when he was in your Discord. I was like, damn, like I don't even know what's going on. Like I don't even know the whole situation.
Nothing happened. Okay, just Mr. Fuck some kids. All right, cool.
Okay.
Fuck it. Okay, we can go on to the next trade, bro.
All right, which one you want to do? You want to do the big one, or I'm trying to think. I mean, we have the other ones that have. Oh no,
you can go to the Sixers one.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna do.
Last time your stream was over, you got violated. You know that wasn't the case, Shifty. You know how that goes. No invite to the call. Fuck you. Crazy. If you want to come on, bro, you can come on. You can talk.
This was the first one. There was 2 Sixer ones.
Let's go straight. All right, look. So this trade is funny to me. The Sixers. Oh, you can go to the Jaden one too. I mean,
you want to do the Jaden one? Yeah, no, we can do both. But I was gonna say this is the one that happened today, and then this one.
Okay. So the Jaden one. So the Sixers got rid of 630, and they ended up going to grab Jaden, and the Oz got seized. I just want to give a shout out to the Hawks, man. Now I'm not gonna say I called it. I'm not gonna say that I did anything for it, but I said the Hawks, they got to trade everybody but Gliss. They traded everybody but Gliss. I'm happy for Cease, though. I think it gives Cease another opportunity. I mean, I think that with the Hawks, he was kind of stagnant, and it was just like, I don't know. I mean, the guy got every move in the book. So I want to see what he does in threes. I know he's going to start in threes. He's going to have Lawrich. They can go get a power forward probably with that top pick or whatever. I don't know what they're going to do, to be honest with you. I think they have pick 2 or 3, something like that. So I'm excited to see what they do. Cease is probably, he could be one of the favorites for most improved next year. if he comes down in the hoops, same way, similar to Jaden. When it goes to the Hawks, I love what the Hawks did today. I love what the
I can
Hawks
go there.
did.
I can go there and pull this one up. See what this one looks like.
I love what the
Because
Hawks did
they
today.
posted. Oh yeah, there's this. We can start with this one. Go ahead.
Bro, Shifty, it's alright, bro. You good, bro. Just sit there for a second. You know, I know what you're doing over there, Mr. Fake Retirement. Anyways, I love what the Hawks did today. Go down to that glow trade. I think they got it was.
Oh, okay. You're talking about the
glow.
Well,
trade.
today it's glow
and then Eli
as now glow, Glizz, Eli,
and then Eli. Yeah, I like the glow trade a lot. So the thing about glow is that glow is an up and down player, up and down personality. So I think that what the Hawks needed was just structure. I'm not saying he's bringing structure, but glow wants to win, and I don't think he's the type to really.
He posted, I'm pretty sure.
Or whatever case may be, but I think that
maybe he didn't.
I think he's gonna. I think he'll do really well with them, and then also pairing up with Glizz. I mean, I just think having somebody like Glizz. I just think the way the team's constructed now, it's Glizz, Eli, and Glow. They're gonna go to practice trying to win. Like they're gonna go into the games trying to win. I'm not saying the last team didn't, but you could tell the last team lost hope within the first week after they got their ass kicked. So I'm just hoping with this team, especially with Eli, I think Eli really cares about this shit. I mean, all three do. I think that they're going to come in not with that bullshit-ass mindset of like, fuck, the season's over after a game, or they're going to take practice seriously, show up on time, all that little shit. I mean, it's up to them at this point. This is like the new era. I feel like the Hawks have finally gone into the new era the last 5-6 years. You still had C's, you had Hot Shot, you had whatever. They've completely rebuilt. So I'm excited. If they are... Again, not even competitive this year. Holy shit, man. They need to strike gold somewhere. Holy shit. I hope they are, but I think they'll be fine. I think
what do you think? Okay, but let me ask you this. With like, I know you like the Hawks now. I do too. I like these guys. What do you think about Eli leaving the Sixers and them the Sixers getting Sammy now?
Yeah, I'm gonna get to that. I'm gonna get to that in 1 second. Hold on, let me see. I just want to guess real quick. What picks do the Hawks have in this draft? Do you know?
I don't even know. I don't know. I wish we had the spreadsheet. I bet Cease has it. Where's Cease? He never joined the.
I texted me an answer. I don't know what pick. I don't know what pick they have, but do you think? Okay, so if Yusuf doesn't get a center spot, do you think he can play the 4 here? 11 and last, 10 and 38. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. No, Yusuf. I don't know if they're good. You might. I don't know. They need a point guard. So they're going to use that first pick. I don't think Yusuf will be there at 38, so that's not happening.
Can they still they can make another trade, right? If they want to grab a point guard without 11?
I don't know, but I'm sure.
In a future, maybe?
Listen, I don't care what nobody's talking about. This is head honcho right here. This guy in the middle, he knows who he wants at point guard. There's a reason there's a reason they pulled the deal. I mean, I'm not saying that every deal was him. I'm not going to get into that, but what I do know is that he marked these deals off like, okay, cool, let's do it. And I think they know, all three of them kind of know who they want at 11. So we'll see where they go. I wouldn't be surprised if they waited on a point guard, maybe got a power forward, solidified their defense, and then waited for a back end point guard. At 38, you're gonna have players there. I mean, Mooch might be there, Duck might be there, stuff like that. So you just never know. All right, let's go to the Sixers.
Sammy.
Yeah, let's go to the Sixers real quick, because this is the team. So the Sixers every year, all right, every year the Sixers. When's the last time the Sixers have been bad, Burn?
Season 3. I'd say confidently season 3.
Oh yeah, that was when you guys didn't make.
We were 0-6, and then we came back and we were 1 game out of playoffs. So we ended up ending pretty good, but that was like our last bad year.
The Sixers are so funny. I mean, Jeff, I got to give him credit. No matter how much bullshit he does, or whatever the case, the bullshit rumors you hear, he puts a good team on the floor every year. Every year, he puts a good team on the floor. And this year, he traded 630. Now, I'm not sure exactly what happened to 630. 630 barely even talked about it. He's kind of just doing his own thing. I'm not sure if he's playing the 4. I'm not sure if he's playing shooting guard, but I'm sure he'll play shooting guard next to Lecce. I don't think he's going to try to play a position change. That would just be dumb. I know he's probably happy going to the Celtics, or he's content going there, so that's cool. And I just think Jeff needed to change something. I think he just... See, you can join if you want. I think Jeff... I mean, after, 3 years this team's been together, or 2 years? What is it?
Eli and Dre have been on the team for 3 seasons.
Eli, Dre, and 630.
630, 2 seasons technically, because he got traded midseason.
And then
you
DJ's
remember?
2 seasons and DT's 3.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yes, I mean the team has been together. I think he just wanted to switch something up. He was trying to figure out something. They did win a banner, and they were elite damn near all year. I mean, they were really good, but the East is getting beefed up, bro. And I don't know if these moves make them better, but I think they give them. I think the personalities might work better. So you pick up Sammy for Eli. I play with Sammy. Sammy is really laid back.
Mm-hmm.
Laid back.
Love Sammy.
He's laid back. He's just gonna
And
come
Eli.
in.
Eli's laid back too. Both of them are really cool.
Okay, so you
They're
play
both
with
good.
Eli.
I played with Eli. Eli's like he had that. I'm gonna be honest. He had that negative stigma before the league, but once he got in the league, bro, that dude's a cool cat.
Yeah, I don't know how his personality is on the floor. What I mean, like in game, but I know for Sammy, I can speak on him. When he's in a real game, Sammy's locked in for the most part. Sammy, he shows up in real games. I mean, I think offensively, they're similar, pretty similar. Maybe I'll give the slight edge to Eli. There, I'll give the edge to Eli there. But I mean,
Yeah.
they're similar players. I just think they're just two different people. Similar players, two different people. I don't. The trade didn't. It just felt like this is one of those moves. Like let's just switch something up.
Yeah.
Now for the Jaden trade, if you can scroll down real quick to the Jaden trade.
Back here. Right
To
there.
the Jaden trade. This Jaden trade I like for the Sixers, bro. The reason I like it is because I think 630 was an animal this year. I think he was a dog, and I think every time Dre needed him, he pulled through, bro. For the most part, he pulled through almost every time. But again, I don't think it was a player trade for the Sixers. I think it was more so just a personality trade. I think Jaden is maybe a little bit more upbeat than 630. He might talk more, might try to get shit involved. He might just show a little bit more passion than 630 at this point in 630's career, in his career. And also, Jaden gives you the threes. So if Jaden can do what he did last year and play threes at a high level, that takes Dre out of the equation. And I don't understand why Dre. I don't know if he's actually bad at threes. It doesn't make any sense to me, honestly, because I don't understand how you can move that well and you're just not good at threes, the mode or whatever. I don't understand it.
Yeah.
But it kind of gives them like a it gives them a replacement if necessary. You put Jaden in there, or if Jaden's playing bad, you put Dre. So you got two guards that can play threes now, and then in fives, you're not going to get the catch and shooting and from 630, the leak from 630, the way he leaks and all that, but you're going to get other things probably a little bit better with the ball, handling the ball, and all that good stuff. And Jaden's kind of slowly figured it out. So it's going to be an interesting move. This Sixer stuff, they either, down the line, when they get into the season, they're either going to be like, fuck, we had a team and we didn't really have to mess it up, or like we didn't have to move anything, or they're going to be like, all right, there's a little bit more liveliness in this room now and everything's going good. So
Yeah.
I'm excited to see.
I heard. I'm not gonna say who it all, but it was definitely just some behind the scenes shit going on that like people just don't know about, which I totally understand. Like that happens on every team, so that's why. Because I thought the same thing once I saw all five were retained. I'm like, oh, they're just running it back. And once all these trades started popping up, somebody had reached out and said it's just more of a behind the scenes sort of thing and then we wanted to switch up the teams a little bit, and I was like, yeah, I get it. Like that shit happens.
I've been on a lot of teams where it's like it's not even more so about the players. It's more so just about the room, like how the room feels when you wake up and go to practice every day.
Yep.
And you just hoop. Like we're all good, and I think they didn't make a big drop off in skill. I mean, 630 I think was better than Jaden last year, and you know he's been MVP, so he has that edge on him in the sense of skill. And Eli and Sammy, I mean, you can go back and forth. You can say Eli surpassed them based on the last few seasons, whatever the case.
I think I didn't really touch on the Sammy and Eli one. I think Sammy has those moments in a game where like he could take over and like have a huge ceiling or a really high ceiling. But for Eli, when I think of Eli as a lockdown, I just think he's one of the most consistent lockdowns in the world. Like you're never going to get the highest high, but you're never going to get a low with him. Like you're always going to get a super stout lockdown.
Yeah, I think with this, like I said, I think Eli and Sammy was straight a personality trait. Like whatever the differences they have, personality, I think that's what it is. They both play great on-ball defense. Offense is here or there for both of them, and you just kind of live with the results. You kind of get a different feel. Maybe Sammy does something better than Eli. I don't know. I'm not really sure. We'll see. But again, I don't think these trades for the Sixers have anything to do with skill. I think they're more so just personality trades. Get a little bit more passion in the room. Get more liveliness. Maybe a new five. Not so comfortable. All that good stuff. So, I'm excited to see. But one thing we always will say, Jeff tries to put the best team out there every year.
Okay. I got one for you then, adult.
Let's hear
Let
it.
me ask you this. Why are there so many teams this offseason that are cool with going into the season or going to the draft with already 5 players? So many, why are there so many more this
I
year?
don't understand it. I remember I was on a during the season they would ask me like what would you do with this team and that team and this team and my damn near my every answer was like blow it up. I think they asked me about the Hawks, I said blow it up. The Jazz blow it up. Um, the Mavs blow it up. I don't understand. Like if you don't have a good year and it's like an obvious bad year, I think teams hold on to like lost hope. I don't understand the lost hope that we have so many players that want to come in the league and playing. You can go give somebody a chance. I would rather give somebody a chance than see the same player do the same bullshit every year. Especially if they don't put no effort. Like fuck the skill. Like I'm not even worried about the skill anymore. I'm just saying like they know how their player is when they wake up and go to practice every day. Like do they even care? Do they want to help their teammates? Do they put in the extra bullshit? Do they watch film? Whatever the case may be, like, can you tell this player actually wants to play the game?
Yeah.
That's
I
the part that blows me.
what's going like what I see in the chat, like with like DJ and like Antoine just said it. I I kind of side with that a little bit, Nadal, but also not just like it's all just complete ass in the pool, but like you said before, teams want to win now, and I don't think some teams are just cool with like getting an 18-year-old that they don't really know too much about, and like it has to be like a project year. Like there's no project years in the 2K league. Like there's not something that you could build for 2 to 3 seasons. Everybody wants to win now, and I feel like people made trades to put themselves in a
But my
position
thing
now
is,
to win.
but my thing is though, like if you're a team like the Hawks, like you should have been exploded the team last year.
Okay, yeah, no,
You
I
know,
mean
you're
I
like
don't
you're
hate
holding
that.
on to false hope. So, and I think a lot of these teams have been rebuilding for 6 years now. They don't have shit going for them, but they continue to bring some person back that they just seem head honcho. They just give them like, here, you're head honcho. Make the calls. We're gonna live and die by you. But this is the same player that doesn't care about being there, or like it just gives up on the season after the first week. Nobody can tell me that Hawks team. Nobody can tell me that they didn't give up after the first 2 weeks. Like nobody, bro.
I hear you.
Nobody.
Let me, well, I'll definitely come. I could be wrong. I see Dewan's in the chat, so he's a Hawk. He was a Hawk player last season, but I felt like they actually started off strong in threes, very strong. I was like, oh, these guys will probably be a playoff team. I knew we were in the hunt with them, and then they made a roster change. I don't know why, and I'm not trying to like, but I felt like that definitely hurt once they dropped off in threes, and then all of a sudden now we got to go into fives.
I mean,
But they definitely started off in threes pretty hot. So wait, you're saying that the Hawks, you thought they should have blown it up even probably this
oh
year?
yeah.
Are you considering? Are you saying like blow up and they should just all went like everything should have just been all draft from here on out, or are you saying you're actually like blow it up and what they did with like Eli, Glow, and
no,
Blizz
I'm
is
saying
cool?
this year they did it right. I'm talking about last year when Greens was #1. I would have just traded and grabbed Greens. Like I would have traded C's, got value for him, or traded that #1 pick for whoever the best player you could have got if Greens didn't want to go there. I would have just made sure that I blew it up that year because that's the year to blow it up. Like they were an ass team the year before, and they said, "Oh, this #1 pick is going to change everything." That's not how the case is. Anyways, though, let's move on a little bit. When you guys are talking about the pool, I see everyone saying the pool ass.
Yeah.
Pool's ass, this, that, and the third. Bro, there's only 34 spots. It's not like it's not like you're sitting here.
And then and then Harris just listed like some names, and it's like, yeah, Harris, if you have a top 5 pick, yeah, great. But like, if you don't have a shot at like, your Benzos and stuff like that, like those guys that are all like ultimately instantly going to come in and change the fucking culture of the team and like put you guys in a playoff contention or championship contention, you're fucked.
Yeah, but my thing is that like, are these players really that bad, or are we just going off the game not being good and then the right stick bullshit and all that, whatever? That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because like, there's just no way. Like, okay, for example, Jolo. If Jolo got drafted to, let's just say, the Hawks at 38, like that's a really good pick. The guy should have been in the league. I don't know how good he is this year. I'm just saying we got to give somebody a chance. Like the pool being ass in some people's eyes. I mean, as players, we're gonna call a lot of people ass. That's just it is what it is. You know, whether they have a 10 steal game on us or 1 steal, you're gonna be ass regardless. So I don't know.
I think the pools nowadays and all is more like you kind of got to get lucky with the diamond in the rough.
I hear you, DJ. I know you're saying like there's a few that's straight, but again, we don't know who's gonna be good in the league. Like I asked everybody this question. I said, why didn't Antoine Love get drafted if he was in the pool and he's actually this good? Everyone's like, we didn't know he was this good. That's what everyone's answer is. Oh, he didn't want to join, or we didn't know he was actually going to be this good. We don't know. I don't know. You might draft a motherfucker and he might come in and just be super. You're like, whoa. Like C's was hot dog shit the first year. He got another
Yep.
chance, and now he's good. I'm not saying it happens every day. I'm
Yep.
just saying though.
And DJ's right. Fat Love could have been in the league season 4. Remember, he backed out.
Yeah, you know, I hear you. I hear you. I'm just saying though, I've never heard. I didn't even know who Antoine Love was before he got taken by the Hornets. Like and I'm not saying I'm not in the community. I'm just saying like there was no hype around him ever. Like the hype around Benzo is Benzo's this and Benzo's that. Like I know who he is. If I didn't play 2K and I was just in the 2K league, I would hear his name, like on stream, whatever. I didn't hear anything about Antoine Love. Nothing.
We could have had a really good like shot at Antoine Love my first year with the Nets, but he backed out, and then we ended up getting Tate. But the other thing is, student all. I don't know. I'm not Antoine. I've always known like you're a good player, and obviously you've been doing your thing. But it's also kind of got to be nice too for Antoine when he did come into the Hornet situation. You had nothing to lose. He got picked up mid season.
Yeah. No, I mean,
don't get me wrong. He's a good player regardless, and he hooped. He did his thing. But like that's also takes a lot of pressure off than being drafted and like, okay, brother, you got to come in and change our fucking organization. Where it's like they picked up Antoine, they're like, listen, we're in the shit, like, so just go out there and hoop and do your thing. And like that's easy for Antoine to go do.
Yeah, I mean, we'll see. We can go. Let's go to the next trade.
Which one? Which one?
Let's go to I guess the big one, right?
Oh, okay.
This is not a good draft year, fellas. Look, I'm not. All I'm saying is that I don't know if we're going to have a great draft year or we're going to have a terrible draft year. I don't know. But all I do know is that there's players. Like, there's players. And you got to give them a shot. And either they're going to come up big or they're not going to come up at all. Like, it just... Like, for example, Kai Iverson, famous, just because I saw your comment, is like a perfect example. Kai Iverson has every move down in the book. Every single one. He hoops. He didn't make playoffs in 3s and 5s. And to me, that's like unreal. Because it's like, yo, like the guy has so much talent. Meanwhile, like somebody who isn't as good might make it. You just don't know until you get in the league. I just got to see it. Okay, so let's talk about this trade. So we'll start with Oz because I think Oz is... I think Oz was forced to trade everybody. I think that there's no way that they all asked out. I think Sick got the good end of this trade. Sick ended up going to the Knicks for Type. I don't even think Type got retained in that deal. I think it was just like here, you can go home for free. So the Knicks came up off that one. And, you know, we just saw Jaden go to the Sixers. And I think that was a good trade for the Oz in the sense of you're getting somebody who has something to prove now, who could play threes with C's. So I'm excited to see what he does. But now they have what? Harry C's, pick 3. Pick 18.
In Lawridge.
Fuck.
And you have to assume, just for the rumors and all, that one of these picks right here is an Oz player. An Aussie. Because that's been the rumors, that the organization, I could be wrong, and maybe Harry or Jaden or Lawrence or somebody comes in right now and says otherwise, but the rumor is that the upper said, we're grabbing another Aussie player to pair up with Harry.
All right, well, if they're going to grab another Aussie player, they're going to grab him at 18. And they might fuck around and trade that pick back for a future first, and you can go grab pick 38 because they'll be there at pick 38. So it just depends on who they grab. But it's going to be an interesting team. It's going to be Harry C's, Lawrence, and then their 4 and 5 is going to be one Aussie, one, and then whoever picked 3s. Who would go number 3 that's good enough? Like, who's the power forward or center that's, like, highly regarded? Who is it?
Going into this draft right now,
who is the player that
who's the number 1 consensus big man right now? I was about to say, I don't know, unless like DJ and the guys kind of know like a name. Everybody knows like what this draft is with your top 2-3 picks. Like everybody knows who everybody's going after.
So we have no idea who the fuck is gonna go in that realm at all. We have no idea. Okay, so I mean, if that's Polo's gonna go 3.
And I'm not saying this is not me about to say that Polo's Arsenal. I'm not saying that at all. But the fact that we're still talking about Polo and Youth, who have maybe not Youth, but like Polo, who's great player, but like been in the pool for a couple years now, and they're saying that that's the top guy right now. This goes back to like what DJ and Antoine and all them are saying in chat. Like it's this. Look at the pool, and it all.
Yeah, I think I've heard.
Look at the pool. Like, come on, bro. If he's still the top guy, and that's no offense to Polo. Polo's a good player. I played with him before. I played against him. I know what he can do. But like, if that's still the guy we're talking about for the first 3 years, what's going on?
Okay, and I've heard a lot of rumblings about Kick. I heard Kick didn't want to play, or he's like trying not to play so that his value drops. Listen, bro. If that's true, I want to let you know that shit does not matter. You will get picked. Trust. You might as well play this shit if you want to. Okay, so let's move on off Oz. I mean, I don't know what the fuck Oz is doing, and honestly, they might be fucked. So let's just move on off them. I want to jump to
Cease, if you want to get in here too, go into the AFK.
I want to jump into the Cavs. Cease, you can join if you want. I want to jump into the Cavs real quick. I think the Cavs are the winners of this trade. This is what I think. I think the Cavs. I think Joel Azou has finally gets a dub. Joel Azou gets a dub. He gets a dub finally because he hasn't gotten a dub in a long time. So I mean, you get DJ, you get Shifty, you get Slaughter. You got the T-Wolves. I think DJ is better than he was when he was on T-Wolves. I've been a big advocate for Shifty. I think he's an animal. No matter how much he's a little man, but he's an animal. And then you got Slaughter. Slaughter's at home. He's gonna be more comfortable. He's gonna be more. I mean, he got everything, motivation to win, all that good stuff. They just traded for Killy as well. So that 2 through 5, I mean, there's just no excuse. That 2 through 5. There's no excuse. There's no excuse for that 2 through 5. In 3s, you got Killy, Shifty, and DJ. I mean, that's a killer 3. And then in 5s, the only question mark right now is going to be.
You said they're 2 through 5? You said they're 2 through 5?
Yeah, they're 2 through 5. It's Killy,
Shifty,
okay, DJ. Now it's just going to be Antoine. Now, Antoine has had a really weird career. Like, I think he's really good. I just don't know. He has had a weird career. He's on the Warriors. He played shooting guard. He was hooping in retail at point guard. Then he gets straight to the Cavs, and it's almost just like, I mean, I don't know how much he talks to all those guys that they just traded for. I don't know how in tune he is. I don't know if he's excited. I don't know if he's rattled. I have no idea. My only concern for this team is that their guards, like, I think Killy and Vandy, even when they struggled, they were cool. If Killy and Antoine struggle in 5s, let's say, I don't really think they're gonna struggle in 3s. In 5s, then what?
No, they're gonna be good 3s. They're gonna be good 3s.
Do you move Antoine and just call it a day? I mean, it's gonna be tough. So we'll see with that. But again, at the end of the day, I think the Cavs have a really good team. I think they beefed up. I think the East is gonna be hell this year. And yeah, we can move off them. Okay, so let me get to. I told Killy now if you lose. Yeah, so Killy is interesting because when I being on the Warriors, Killy was like, oh, so many shooting guards can take your space and the Warriors would be who they are, and whatever. Killy's never had a good team. Killy got no excuse now. Killy literally has this T-Wolves reincarnated. He has a better Shifty. He got a better DJ. He got Slot, and then he got himself at shooting guard, basically in Kai's spot. And then some people, I mean, Antoine, Bear, whatever the case may be, but you're basically got the T-Wolves. You got a great fucking team. So we're going to see what he does. I got to see it. I just got to see it. I have to see it. All right? And I don't give a fuck about 3s. Literally. Moving on. Let's go. Let's hit the Lakers. Man, the Lake Show. What a trade for the Lakers. I mean, they had the opportunity to stay pat, and they had pick 2 and 3. You could have drafted, Benzo goes 1. You could have drafted, what's his name, Score, or whoever the fuck is good. I don't know. I don't know. But I'm just saying, you could have got picked 2 and 3, got 2 guards, similar to what the Bucks did. You had Trell and Crazy. You could have built it a whole different way, but they went all in for Kai. And I'm a big Kai fan. I love Kai. I think Kai's a dog. But one thing about Kai got that ego on him. Kai will ego you. You guys got to see the way he walks. He walks with his shoulders peeled back, moving his. My boy will ego you. And the last time Kai was on a team not named the T-Wolves, that shit went to hell quick. Trust. That shit went to hell quick. So I am happy for Kai though. I know he's wanted to go to the Lakers for a long time now. He's not LeBron James. Let's cut that out. But I'm happy for him. I think they're going to be a good team. Now, the only concern I have for this team, one, you got to get a point guard with your 36th pick. So let's just be honest. You got a couple people at point guard that can play it or shooting guard, depending on what Kai wants to play. I mean, the favorite to get picked there got to be Bash. Bash said he was going to get retired. DJ Layton kicked his ass out when he said he was going to get retired. DJ said, I'm not retaining your ass. Holla at me. Off of Selly, too. Off of Celsius. Cracked. Kicked him out. And so now Bash got one chance to go to the Lakers to play with Kai. And I don't know. I don't know if it would work. I just have my concern really is not really the point guard. I think at the end of the day, like Bear was never a really good scorer, and you know Kai will make it work. I don't think it's going to be as easy as he thinks it's going to be, but I heard MJB. I'm not really too sure who he is. I mean, I think he's a candidate to go there. But the 3 through 5 is gonna. Let me just talk about this 3 through 5 with Guns. Let me just talk about this 3 through 5. Now, you got Trell and Guns who've been wanting to play with each other since they came into this shit. Like they had an opportunity to play on the Warriors, didn't get done. I personally thought that the Cavs, before this old bullshit trade came out, you know, and all the offseason happened, I thought the Cavs were gonna trade Yusuf for Trell straight up. Yusuf go get a Lakers. You move crazy shitty ass off the center, and we go from there. Everyone's happy. But they went this way. So now they have Crazy, Trell, and Guns. That's a lot of swinging. It's not a lot of thinking, but it's a lot of swinging. They are going to swing. And I'm talking about they're just going to be running around that court with their head cut off. So I don't know if it's going to work, honestly. Like, I've seen Trell and Guns play together. They're pretty good. I've seen it in retail. Obviously, we haven't seen the league. They're good. But with Crazy being a crackhead, all three just swinging. Now, if they get a lead on you, it might get scary. Because now they're going to start tweaking. But if they go down, oh, they might give up 3 after 3 after 3 after 3. Like, it might get crazy. So, we'll see. But the Lakers made the move. They got their guy. They got their guy. I'm happy for him. And I'm happy for Guns. He gets to go to LA. He gets to play with Trell. I know that he's always want to play with him, do all that good stuff. So I'm happy for him. We'll see what they do. But the current favorite to get drafted there got to be Bash and MJB. All right. You got anything for that, Burner?
What are you going to next?
I'm going to go to the Wolves next.
I was waiting for this one. Yeah, I'll wait for this one.
Okay.
I will say for the Cavs, I'm happy. I talked to Slaughter right when the offseason started. And, you know, because we were obviously looking for what we were going to do. And Slaughter was like, listen, I want to just be back home in Cleveland. And so I'm excited about, like, I'm happy that he gets to go do that. I think they got a good little team going. The only thing I don't understand was, did TB want to go with them or did he just like,
yeah, he wanted to go with them. He wanted to be
okay,
close to Detroit.
Okay, perfect. And I think good deal all around. I think they did pretty fucking good.
Yeah, I do think, like I said, I do think the winner of this deal, considering all things I'm talking about off the court, on the court, all that good stuff, is the Cavs. I just think chemistry-wise, like the vibe-wise that they'll have there from the start of the season throughout, all those guys are veterans for the most part. They want to win. They know how to win. They're going to be really good at threes. And the Cavs haven't had anything good for them since the first game of season 1 with Hood, where he made the Sports Center. I mean, ever since then, the Cavs have been an absolute shit show. So they finally got it right. So that's cool. Okay, let's move on to the Wolves. Now, the Wolves is the team that this is what I've been waiting on. Now, the Wolves, man. All right, so you get rid of the whole team. Kai asks out. Now, listen, I don't care what nobody's talking about. I don't care what nobody says. I don't care. All I know is that Kai got the fuck out of there. He wanted to go have his own team. He was sick of being second fiddle to Bear, maybe on the content perspective, maybe in the game, maybe he felt like he didn't get enough. I don't know. But he got the fuck out of there. And the moment that Kai got the fuck out of there, Shifty got out of there, Slaughter got out of there. No matter what you want to say, oh, they wanted to go home, whatever. I don't care. I don't care. They got out of there, and Nick got fired. Not fired. I'm sorry. Released from his duties. However you want to slice it. Trust.
Are you saying Kai was the glue?
I think. Well, look. I told everybody. When they traded for Kai, I thought it was the smartest shit Bear ever did. It was one of those things, and I think he's gonna do it again. Like that number 2 pick is probably gonna be Score if he's consistent. I'm not sure how good Score actually is. I've watched him. I think he's pretty good based off what I've watched, his clip dumps, all that, but I haven't really been paying attention. I think he's gonna go 2. I think it's like a guard play. It gives Bear another, glitchy guard that he can bounce off. But man, it ain't Kai. It ain't Kai. So it's going to be interesting. To me, personally, Bear got to show me something. Personally. Now, Bear gets on me a lot. I do this, I do that. He makes videos. Bear, it's your time to show me something. Because your whole team left. I got to see what you hitting on. Them pass backs on the break, the easy ones on the break up 20, boost them stats. It ain't there no more. It ain't there no more. It's gone.
Nadal. if you're whoever is going to take over for duties with T Wolves, I don't know who, if it's going to JB or if they're getting a new coach or what the deal is. But if you have this pick and this pick, what are you doing?
If I have 2 and 5,
you have 2 and 5. What are you doing?
If I'm JB, if I'm the Wolves,
sure. If whoever's making the decision,
what are you doing? If I'm the Wolves right now and I got 2 and 5 and a 23, I would go to Bear and I would sit him down and I would say, please retire, get out, or move it on.
Oh my god! I did not think you were gonna say that.
I mean, it's over.
I mean, sure.
It's
maybe.
over.
I don't know.
It's over. That's what I would do. I would tell you, listen, brother.
Didn't know we were going there.
Run. You finessed the system for a lot of years. You know, it's over now. Let's move on. But no, I mean, you got to draft the shooting guard, and you got to get a.
You wouldn't. Wait, Nadal. You wouldn't. See, this is what I thought you were gonna say. The Bear comment, that was insane. But you wouldn't try to just go to the Wizards with this pick and this pick right here.
I don't think the Wizards would do it.
Maybe even the future too.
I don't think the Wizards would do it at all. I think the Wizards are set on Benzo, and I think they would be dumb not to draft Benzo, especially if they didn't get Kai. You need a point guard. You need a point guard. They're already playing with each other in retail. I mean, you just might as well let it rock. I mean, with the Wizards, you can't get this shit wrong. Like,
but all of us do know that you're, like you just said, we got to go get Bear a shooting guard, right? You know what type of shooting guard he's gonna need, though.
Yeah, he needs somebody who can put that bitch on the ground, who can create plays. Like he's gonna have to get a demon at shooting guard. He's gonna have to get a demon. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how good Score is. I have no idea. I mean, there's this guy Tuk Tak or whatever the hell it is.
I thought, is he eligible? I thought why were some people saying he was like 15 or 16?
Everyone's saying that he got a Zen. I mean, get off that man's case. He don't got no Zen, bro. That's crazy. You gotta let him. If people have Zens and they're in the comp, you know,
he's 19. Oh, he's in.
They're trying to get in the league. If you got a Zen, you're doing that. You just gotta tip your cap. That's a lot of effort right there. Like that's a lot of. I'm gonna risk me being complete dog shit when I get into the league. Like you just tip your cap, bro. Tip your cap. And honestly, if I was super ass, man, I would fire up that Zen and lock in on this comp scene and just take over, get drafted, collect my check. Now make something shake. Fuck
so
it.
now you're just advocating for just cheating to get in the league.
Well,
you're
I'm just tipping my cap. If you're putting that much effort, and that's more of the effort than half the prospects already, fuck it. Lock in.
Yeah.
Do what you got to do. You know what I mean? I'm saying, I'm not going to stop you from getting your bag. And if everyone's giving me the clout, I'm Zenned up, I would just ride that wave to the draft. Yeah, I'm the best shooter. I shoot better than Mamaimdatman. Fuck it. Use me. Do what you got to do, bro. But yeah, you just got to tip your cap to shit like that. So we'll see. But I do think the Wolves are in a great spot. I think you get a 2, you get a shooting guard, and then that 5th pick you draft a back end. I don't know if it's a 4 or 5. I'm guessing this is going to go best case scenario. And with 23, you round it out. I love Sub, though. I love Sub. I think he's an animal. I think that if he just gets comfortable with the team and really just be like, he just got to realize like it's just a game.
When Sub's in his bag, he's fucking good. But when he starts getting in that one mode where he try to be Mr. Do Too Much, that's where it's.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, he tweaks a little bit, whatever. I don't care. Personally, for me, like I just think that if there's structure in place, Sub is going to be an animal. He can do everything. He got offense, he got defense, he runs the break well, he shoots the face, he does everything. So I like the trade. I think it's a good trade for him. But yeah, I'm still telling Bear, listen, I think it's about that time. Let's move you to the coaching position and let's go ahead and replenish this roster right here. Because that championship you won in 2004 doesn't count anymore. All right. So, is this it?
Then you got.
Is that
well,
everything?
I mean you touched on that a little bit, but Killy, I mean, yeah, but we touched on it. Yeah.
To the land.
And Dukes gets 8.
Killy go into the land. Yeah, like I said about Killy, bro. This is his time. This is his time to do something in 5s. I think he was good in 5-out last year, but again, he told me if he was in my spot, they would win everything and all the time. So you got your team now. You got to show me. You got to show me. You got to show me. But I do think it might go. I won't say it's going to go south, but I do think there might be some bumps in the road while they get there, especially with the backcourt, him and Antoine. But we'll see. We'll see.
What do you think? What do you think about Dukes though? Is that fair?
Oh, Dukes. I mean, honestly, like I don't even speak about Dukes because I don't know what the fuck they're doing. You know, I have no idea. What they got pick 5 now? They got pick 8. They don't have business anymore. So who do they have? What do they have? What do they have?
Oh, and they got rid of fucking low key too.
They got rid of Loki, so they got pick 5, you got pick 8.
I don't. What
And
is
they
it?
had
Oh, Vandy.
They
They got
retained
Vandy.
Vandy, so Vandy's running the show on the back end. Vandy, you slime ball, you got it done. Vandy was on his way out the league. His ass saved himself. He went to Dukes, then he told Killy, "Get out of here, go get a good team. I'm cool."
Vandy 5'8", 32, 33.
Vandy 5'8", 32, 33. Vandy 5'8", 30. I mean, that seems like a shit show waiting to happen. If I'm being honest, it seems like a shit show. That 5 and 8, whoever gets drafted there. Cheers. Tip your cap. I tip my cap because it's gonna be hell. Welcome to the league, though. You want,
Bro, if I was Vandy, no bullshit. If I'm Vandy, I would have been like, listen, I don't even know the whole backstories behind the whole team, but like, if Killy wanted out and Godlike wanted out, I'd be like, listen, one of you guys is going, and I don't care if you have to fight to the death, but both of you ain't leaving this team.
No, the thing about Vandy is it's perfect for Vandini. See, Vandy's
Stop
a
it. Stop
magician.
it.
Let me speak my
No
piece.
way
Vandy,
we're letting both walk.
Vandy
Somebody's saying.
Vandy is playing chess, not checkers. See, Killy wins the Cavs. He's happy. Cool. Low key, get the fuck out of here.
So you're saying he's low key like smiling that they're not here?
Vandy is ecstatic because he just bought himself. He went to the table.
No.
He said, "Give me that."
Nadal. As much as I know you don't give a fuck about threes, I know you don't give a fuck about threes. This is insane that the two guys that damn near had the Hezzies did great too, but like these two had the biggest impact on that court to win that championship, and both of them are gone. Is insane.
But Dukes doesn't. Dukes has made it clear they don't care about winning. They don't care. If they cared, then they wouldn't have done these deals. They don't care. So what Vandy did is Vandy like, okay, I'm in a spot where they don't really care about winning. Let me get these guys, get the fuck out of here, and let me just sign my multi-year contract for 3 years because I'm in the league till season 10. And he signed it on the dotted line. Because even if he plays bad this year, guess what? He's getting another chance next year. And then if he has a good year, he'll get retained one more time. Why not? Let it rip.
I'm just saying, if I was Vandy, I would have dropped my fucking big fucking stage nuts and been like, you guys aren't leaving nowhere. Like, one of you guys can go, sure, but no way both of you, because I need one of y'all.
Like I said, I think it was a smart play on his end. I think that he bought himself a couple more years. I think that's more important to him than being on a good team and all that good stuff. Vandy doesn't really strike me.
So you don't think? So you're saying not really Dukes? You're saying Vandy don't really care about winning? Is that what you're trying to say?
No. Dukes don't care about winning, clearly. But I'm saying Vandy is okay with being there because he knows it's guaranteed retainment for at least 2 years.
Wow.
That's what I'm saying. Which is smart, bro. Everyone got to play their cards right. I think he played his cards right beautifully. Beautifully. Okay, what I want to talk about. Let's talk about Blazers. Let's talk about the Blazers, because I got a little complaint I want to talk about with the Blazers. Now the Blazers, all right, now everything looks good and dandy. You don't really see it, but see, I read behind the tweets. I read behind the bullshit.
Are you talking about this? Are we going to this?
So, no. Oh, yeah, that's cool. You can stay right here. So, look, my boy Lab is out the league. It's over. I think he is retiring. I'm not too sure. That's neither here or there. But we got one more of my mans over there. We got Jomar PR12. Now, I'm having an issue because I've been hearing a lot of rumors that people have been offering 2 firsts for him, a early first, and he's not getting moved. Based off what I heard, is
not
that
Jones, not the sportsmanship award
based off what I
finalist.
heard, is that they think a top 10 pick or a top 12 pick or 13 pick is worth the second round in the draft. I'm trying to get my head to wrap around how the fuck that's the case. So,
Are you trying to get Jomar over there at all? Is that what you're trying to do?
where? Jomar where?
In old fucking Dubville.
How the fuck would I get Jomar in Dublin? What are you talking about? No.
I don't know.
I think Jomar deserves to go where he wants to go. I think he did a great thing for the Blazers. I think he's putting his stripes there. And I think he has a certain place or 2 that he'd want to go. And I think that Mickey should validate it. I think 2 firsts is more than enough for Jomar. And I think Claude and Chaos should come to the stand and tell him, trade that man for that pick, send him to where he wants to go, and everyone goes about their way.
But wait, no, Nadal, stop it. And you know, I get it, Jomar's your boy, but you know the way that this center market has been the past month, that's an outrageous ask for Jones right now. Whatever, everything that they've been wanting, even a little. I'm not saying he's not worth two firsts, but I'm just saying the way that the market is right now, bro. People are shipping people for hotcakes.
You're not hearing what I'm saying. A team offered 2 firsts for Jomar. The Blazers declined.
Oh, and they're saying they still didn't want. They still didn't want to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's insane. That's insane. Especially the way the market is. That's so crazy.
And it was a team that he was happy to go to, and it was perfect. So I think.
What was the team? Say it. What are you
No,
doing? This is your stream.
No, I can't say it. Okay, let's move on.
What?
What do you mean?
No, Nadal, you be pulling people in here to talk all the time, but now you're not gonna say it.
It's good, Jaden. I can't say this team, bro. Anyways, let's move on. Let's go to something else real quick.
Right.
I think Feast is on the block. I think he might get moved.
What's going on with that?
Yeah, I think he might get moved. I know he wanted.
And is Crush going? What's going on with Crush?
I don't know what's going on with Crush. I have no idea.
Where's
But Genji's in an interesting spot.
He's back on there. Let's go Feast.
All turning into champ, crazy. You know what it is, Harris? I just want it to happen. I want it to happen bad.
Can I take my guesses? Wait, can we go back just for 2 seconds? You don't have to answer, but is it maybe a Pistons for Jomar sort of thing? Is that what's going on?
I believe there was conversations, but
okay.
I don't think anything got done.
Okay. Go ahead. Continue with Genji.
Okay. So Genji, I kind of want to ask the chat on this one. What if you were Len? What would you do with this team? If you were Len, and you got all these players, what are you doing with this team?
Oh, Len, you're in here. Just say something.
What do you think? What would you do with this team? What do you think? Because I mean, they didn't retain Flack.
I could second what Chaos just said. I'll second that.
Same thing you said with Jomar.
I won't speak on it too much, but yeah, I'll second it.
What?
Len Feast. I think Feast wants to be home. I think he wants to be like in the New York area, and Len's definitely trying to squeeze out as much value as he possibly can.
Okay. I think, okay, so yeah, I get it. Chaos, I understand that. I just think the difference between the Feast and the Jomar deal is that I think the Blazers actually got an offer for 2 firsts for Jomar. So you're getting everything back. But besides the point, yeah, Harris, I'm with you. I think I trade DJ and Feast. Now, I don't really want to trade Feast, but if Feast wants to go, cool. You trade him. You got to trade DJ and Gallo. You can't, how many years they've been together? 3? Or 4 or 2.
But bro, same with fuck that. Same with Feast too. He's given him a lot of good years in Gen G.
Yeah, I mean
let's let him move on. You know what I mean? One of those type of things.
Yeah, but there's only one team that's home that's available for him, and they literally.
But at the time there was people were playing. People were playing.
Yeah, but I mean, it's now the spot he's in now is just tough because like there's literally one team and they have nothing. They have nothing. So. We'll see what happens with him, but I don't know what they're going to do. But yeah, when it comes to Gallo and DJ, I just think you have to break it up. Like, one of them just got to go.
Baby, I'm not begging. I have a full 5 already done.
I don't understand the keeping them again. We'll see. I mean, I haven't heard no trades about it. I haven't heard shit about Genji. But what I do know is that if Len keeps them too, he's holding on to that false hope that I'd be talking about. Because we just saw it 2 years in a row, and it was the same script. It wasn't like it was a different script. It was the same script. So... And you can get value for DJ too, and Feast. Hey, take him to the grave, Nacho. You guys love taking people to the grave.
So why don't you think Gallo and DJ work together?
Why don't they work together?
Yeah. Why don't they
I think they just play too much iso ball. Really, honestly, I just think like they just do too much. Like Gallo moves around the screen, shoots a lot of 50-50s. That's his game. And then DJ kind of dribbles, and then in a real game, like in scrims is one thing, but in real games everything's always slows down. So like if DJ gets 7 touches on ball, now he gets 3. If Gallo shoots 6 50-50s in scrims, he's only going to shoot a couple. And then it just messes up the flow. And I just don't think they work together. Like, they just don't look like they work together. Even in the playoffs, like when they were playing, even when, DJ wasn't playing that good on stage, or whatever that stigma is around his name, but it wasn't like they were together on it. It was like, fuck, like he's playing like ass again. Like, fuck, I got to do it all by myself. It was that type of vibe. It gave me vibes like when I was on the Blazers type of thing.
So... I don't say like I'm disagreeing with you. I get it. Like they've had a couple years now. It hasn't panned out as best as probably they thought it would. But I'm more concerned about where is America's lot going.
I don't know. He either stays there or he gets moved. I think he's gonna. I don't see him getting moved though. To be honest with you, I don't know what you would trade to get. Like you could have to trade 2 firsts for Raph, and I don't know if any team actually wants to trade 2 firsts for him. I honestly thought it was gonna be the Sixers. I I thought when the Sixers trade 630, they were going to take that 10th pick and try to flip it for Raph and then trade Eli somewhere else. That's what I thought was going to happen, but then they went a different route. So I don't know.
Interesting.
I don't know. People love calling me when I'm doing this shit. No, when I'm calling. Saying you calling me while I'm doing this shit. You could just come on if you want to come on. You don't got to call me. I can't answer it. Anyways, though. Okay. What else we got? We got anything else? I mean, I guess that's the draft. You don't have
No, I don't have the Excel sheet.
Hey, Caesar, are you in here? Do you have that little Excel sheet? You got the Excel sheet for me, C's? Hey, I want to know who the fuck Jet is, but I don't know who the fuck he is. I already talked about the Sixers. Yeah, I already talked about Sixers. I can go through it real quick again, just for you, Sam, man. For anybody else that didn't hear, you can go to that Sixers real quick.
Sixers page.
Yeah. I'll talk about it a little bit.
Just the trade, this one.
Yeah, I was saying, I think
Oh, he says you have it.
Saying I just said on stream, I can't pick that up. You can join the court if you want. What do you call it? Fucking, I think this trade, like, I think Jeff's whole mindset with the trades that he's done this year is simply like, it's not really about skill. Let's get more personality in the room. Let's change it up. Let's just give a different vibe. I think maybe he thinks that the whole five got too comfortable together, or they just didn't work. There was problems internally we don't know about. But I don't really think it was about skill. I don't think either trade was about skill. I mean, you know, Sammy, you and Eli have great on-ball defense. Offense is kind of here or there. You can pick and choose. You can kind of nitpick on that end. And then when it comes to 630 and Jaden, you're gonna get better catch and shoot with 630, probably better leaks, dating the strings on, and all that good stuff. But when it comes to like, I think just wanting to be there, Jaden's gonna give you more passion and all that good stuff. So
yeah.
No, Sammy's not really bringing the personality into this, but one thing about Sammy is that, again, he's just a different person, Saint. Like, Eli's been there. They're similar in their game, in my opinion, but he's just a new person in there. So it's like a new vibe. Maybe him and DT click better. You just never know. Yeah, I think the trade's good. I think the trade's good for both parties. I think it gives Eli a bigger role in the Hawks, and I think it kind of lets him shine a little bit more. It's like the shit that I'd be seeing him doing matchups, fading off his left foot to your right foot. Unreal. So I got to see that a little bit more, but no, I think it's gonna be great. I think it's gonna
Saint,
be
join the AFK, Saint.
Saint, you come here because you want me to talk about that. You want me to talk about that Hornets deal? Huh? 630 going to die on the Celtics. He's not gonna die on the Celtics. Him and Lecce are really cool. They have a good relationship, and I think Lecce 630 and Tazo is an elite 1, 2, 3. That 4 or 5, okay, we got to see what's going on with it. Chrissy and Cole, how well they work. I think Cole got retained. But that 1, 2, 3, I think it's going to be solid. Stop at time. It's always stop at time. Stop on that break. One thing about spam, go to the spam trade real quick. One thing we know about spam, I'm going to let you know firsthand. I'm not even going to let it happen, spam. I'm going to tell you right now. Oh,
I like looking at it from the Raptors.
I got to tell you right now, on them breaks, spam,
this thing needs to
on them breaks, you better touchers. You see Saint running, you don't hit that toucher, he gonna scream at you. Touchers. All right, he gonna throw that. So that's one thing about stopping. He needs his breaks. He needs to get that take revenue. If you let that point guard score early, man, he's just catching and shooting. You're gonna hear a lot of that. Okay, so this trade, I can just go through it one more time, especially with these two teams. I like to trade for both parties. Now, I kind of spoke in the Mooch situation. I think this shit is lame. I think that Roy should come out with a tweet saying what happened. The league should come out, say something. I don't think it's right just throwing Mooch back in the pool and there's no explanation. It's really just about the principle at this point. At the end of the day, if Mooch is good enough, he'll be back in the pool, and I think he will. I mean, he'll be back in the league, and I think he will somewhere. It's going to be hard. And I gave out ideas on what they should do. Like I said, it should be. I heard Harris say in his draft like a supplemental draft. That's cool with me, bro. And I understand that you can't make an outlier. You can't make a decision just for one person, but this is such an outlier situation that should never happen again. And if it was truly partly on the league, right? Or if the league just decides to forgive the Raptors, then they have to make an outlier decision on that. So I just think Mooch, like I said, I think the situation here is that if you have like 3 players retained or whatever the case may be, you should be able to give up a 4th the Raptors burn their next available pick after the third pick. Obviously, that was just traded for Antoine Love, and everyone goes about their business. So I just think it's lame, bro. I just think that there needs to be somebody that speaks on just on the principle side. But I do think Mooch will get back in. Now, if Mooch doesn't get drafted, let's just say he doesn't get drafted, it's gonna be sick. It's gonna be sick. Maybe because he feels like he didn't have the best opportunity to showcase what he can do this year, and he was excited for next year. But I mean, the reality is, if he doesn't get drafted, that's his ass, bro. So we're gonna hope that he does get drafted, and we'll go from there. Now, let's speak about Antoine Love and the Raptors. I think the biggest winner in this whole trade is Seam for the Raptors. I think, you know, everyone had a conversation on if Seam was going to be good at center. He's kind of proved that he's solid, kind of a rebound bot down there, getting his rocks off. But I think now with Antoine Love, like I say for every center, you have a point guard that can move, get you buckets. He's going to give you free slips. Free slips equal more take equals better rebound animations, and so on and so forth. So I think Seam's going to even have a better year than he did last year. I think it kind of gives him some, and I think they love him. I think the Raptors love him, so I'm interested for it. Then now the person that's on the hot seat for the Raptors is going to be Gazuli. Gazuli will be on the hot seat. He had a down year last year. It wasn't the best year. Again, he had some flashes, but you could blame Mooch and him for it. They weren't good. But with Antoine Love, it's hard not to be good with him at point guard when you just can catch and shoot, get a couple free ones, and all that good stuff. So I'm excited to see what they do. Yeah, their defense should get better too. Antoine Love got good defense out the corner. Okay, now for the Hornets, one of my favorite teams in the whole league. Big Stopper, you got Crown. Now Big Stopper and Crown want a lot of, you know, they want respect. All right, they love respect. Now they had a good year last year. Not really. They had a good year after they picked up Antoine Love. All right, and the Hornets kind of been a little bit of a freak show the last 2 years, but they won a banner. They got that done. Big Stopper did his thing. Crown did his thing. But this year is kind of like, and I'm sure they know, it's kind of like a prove-it year for him. It's kind of like, all right, like you got the point guard that you traded Antoine Love. You got a point guard that you were okay with getting. And now it's time to make this shit work. It's time to make this shit work. I think they'll be way better than they were last year to start the year. I think there'll be better culture there. But again, I can see this shit going downhill. Let's just say if Spam, and I'm not saying he is, but let's just say he comes up, you know, and he just doesn't like the environment, bro. And like, not a lot of people like the environment. It is what it is. So now it's time for him to do his thing. I think if Spam doesn't play well here, man, I don't want to say his career is gonna get cut short, but it would just be tragic because there's no reason. I mean, playing with Crazy, you know, you play with Crazy, you get fucked. Just being honest, you play with Crazy, it's bad runs. So, I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see it prove what we both won multiple tournaments. Yeah, no, I know, Saint, but like I'm saying, like this is now y'all team, like for sure, this is y'all team. The way y'all want to run it, and like everything's set up for y'all to be great. That's what I mean, Saint. Like I think you got pick 8 now, or whatever it is. So you're gonna draft another player. Like it's gonna be y'all team, like it's y'all. So I'm excited to see what y'all do for real. It could go downhill, but we'll see. Rigby saying Hornets loading. He's trolling. Come on, bro. But yeah, bro, is there anything else y'all want me to talk about? Any questions y'all got? We got 191 people in here, so if y'all got something for me, I can speak upon it a little bit, give you guys some insight. But I've went through damn near a lot, bro. I think it's damn near the craziest offseason we've had. No, I feel the same. I think it's one of the craziest offseasons we've had, and I think there's going to be a little bit more deals coming in, so I'm excited to see that.